I think it was approximately 2 o'clock in the morning.
Box line 5222 North Avenue, Tower 14. Oh, 14.
Your tower ladder was the first due?
Yes.
So you guys are supposed to be there first, and you were?
Yeah, it's literally like 5 blocks from us, from our firehouse.
So how long did it take you to get there?
A minute, 2 minutes.
Tower 14 report to side A. Reports of jumpers. Jumpers on side A.
They believe people are jumping out the windows.
Side A, got reports of jumpers.
So at that point, they made an extra alarm fire automatically before we even got there.
They were throwing them out the window, that last window on the right.
Heavy fire coming from the 3rd floor windows, and I could see people hanging from the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor. One lady was hanging on an outside air conditioner, and I could see there was people behind her still in the room, heavy smoke and trapped. They couldn't get out the stairwell, so when we pulled up, we had to deploy ground ladders immediately.
Apartments up above, 3rd floor, going through the whole 3rd floor.
This arsonist intentionally
poured gasoline on the front stairs and the back stairs, interior stairwells.
to prevent people from
To
getting
kill
out.
people, yes.
June 26, Chicago's West Side. Lieutenant Mark McDermott and the other firefighters on Tower Ladder 14 were ready to save lives. Their ladder truck was not.
While we were throwing the ground ladders, I heard the rig shut down behind me, which was really strange. And I looked back, and my driver, Sean, went back down off the ladder, went back into the cab, tried to use a switch, and it didn't work. So he shut the rig off totally and reset it and started the rig again.
So you effectively had to reboot your ladder truck.
Technically, yes.
How long did it take? How long was this
It
delay?
seems like it's forever, but it's probably a minute,
What is a minute in a situation like that?
It's a very important minute. Things deteriorate quickly.
Is it a life and death minute?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Say you need to be in if I get a second tower ladder. That's correct. You got tower ladder 23, tower 23. 23 report to side A, tower 23. We're 3 blocks away.
It took me aback when I heard the rig shut off, because we were in it was like the worst time it could possibly happen. We were struggling with a 35-foot ladder to manually throw it, and we were counting on the main going up right away and plucking people out of that window.
This reserve tower ladder is 24 years old. That means this rig is older than some of the firefighters who depend on it to save lives.
The basket on this rig, if you go left, it goes right. If you go right, it goes left. It's backwards. That's how bad this basket is. That's how bad this tower ladder is. It's the only one there though, so we have to live with it. Otherwise, we're not going to be in a tower ladder.
The truck gave out, didn't work, cost my cousins their lives. They should still be here.
4 people died in the fire, including pregnant mother Gina Henry, her son Jason, and sister Destiny. The family was waiting to be rescued here inside their burning apartment on the 3rd floor.
Well, here you see the cavalry coming. You get your hopes up, and then all of a sudden, it dwindles down because the truck is not working.
Somewhere around 6 people were actually pulled by the fire department out of the burning building, alive, and survived.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that their efforts made a difference.
Right.
What we don't know is if that 1 minute when their truck wasn't working would have made a difference.
Yeah.
But we do know people died.
As a result of them not being rescued, because they had the equipment, but the equipment didn't work.
Before Tower Ladder 14 arrived, Destiny had already thrown her 5-year-old son out the window of the burning building.
I saw something going outside that looked like a kid. It was a child. They threw the child out the window. They throwing the kids out the window.
I'm glad to be alive.
Destiny threw KJ out the window to save his life, and he hit the pavement.
Was he in intensive care?
Yes, about 2 or 3 weeks. He was on the ventilator. I don't think he opened his eyes for at least until like the second day. The second or third day is when he first opened his eyes.
Do you remember anything from that night?
Yeah,
What do you remember?
fire. I remember that emergency.
There was an emergency.
Yeah, in the ground.
You fell on the ground.
Yeah,
From how high, do you know?
the floor.
The 3rd floor.
Yeah,
Imagine throwing a child out a 3rd-story window
That's the only alternative.
to the pavement below, but it saved his life.
Yeah. It could have killed him, but there's no alternative. There was no other choice.
So the mom died and the child.
We found her actually the next day.
Destiny was irritated with waiting to try and go out the window. So she decided to try and go out the back door. When she made it to the back door, the roof caved in on her, and that's how she passed away.
That minute could have made a difference. That ladder being ready on point could have made a difference. We don't know, but that does give us that what if. Like, what if they could have saved her if they had a truck that was working properly the way they supposed to have a truck that's working properly?
Everything in firefighting is about getting there as fast as you can.
With the equipment that you need to do the job.
If you get there and the equipment doesn't work for even 1 minute, people can die.
That's correct.
And in this case, they did.
Yes.
Their regular rig was here, waiting on parts for months. Take a look from the air. You can see it had a lot of company. And Chicago is not alone. City and county fire departments across the nation are trying to keep their old trucks running or waiting on new vehicles to replace them.
Cincinnati's fire fleet is aging. Fire engines breaking down, equipment on the trucks failing.
Nashville has an aging fleet of fire trucks.
Decades-old engines. The Memphis Fire Department's fleet is old.
This equipment's the worst shape I've ever seen it in my career.
8 engines are out of service.
Even if they're ordered tomorrow, those trucks likely will not be ready to fight a fire in Atlanta for 36 months.
New orders are 4 years out for delivery.
And prices have doubled in the last decade. A new ladder truck can now cost over $2 million.
The prices on this new equipment is not just affecting Nashville, it's affecting fire departments across the country.
This fire truck shortage, how is it affecting the everyday firefighter on the streets of Chicago?
It is affecting us every day. We have issues with rigs all over the city on a daily basis. Rigs not starting, rigs breaking down, tires falling off the rigs.
Tires falling off of trucks?
Yes.
On the way to a fire?
Yes. I was on a rig a couple of years ago, and the brake shoes broke and fell off the rig. Holes in the floors, rusty components, rusty ladders. Yeah, they're very old. They shouldn't be on the street.
Even if Chicago ordered enough new trucks right now, they still would have to wait 2-3 years to get them.
It's a disaster.
How many states, how many cities, how many places are dealing with this? It's a national problem.
The firemen can't get the trucks, they can't get the engines, they can't get the apparatuses they need. Where is the money going? Who is profiting off of it? This is a crisis, pure and simple. It is a crisis.
In September, the U.S. Senate held hearings about the fire truck shortage.
Sometimes we have firefighters responding in pickup trucks, like a painting crew with ground ladders on it. It's scary.
The Chicago fire was Exhibit A.
They had a fire on the west side of Chicago. One of the first dual ladder trucks, Tower Ladder 14, responded with a spare piece. When they went to throw that aerial to effect rescues, it failed. They had to go down, shut it down, restart the whole apparatus again, get it back up into its hydraulic aerial, and then get it to move. That costs time. Time is lives on a fire ground.
The wait of 3 to 5 years for replacement is unacceptable.
Why is it taking so long to build new fire trucks? There used to be more than 24 major manufacturers across the United States. Not anymore.
Over the last 20 years, private equity has been buying up independent fire truck manufacturers to the point that today, just 3 companies own approximately 80% of all fire truck manufacturers.
The old nameplates still exist, but are owned by conglomerates like Rev Group.
Systematically, Rev Group has gobbled up independently owned apparatus manufacturers such as E1, Ferrara, KME, Ladder Tower, Spartan, and others.
We've seen Rev Group go out and buy competitors until it amassed 30 to 40% market share on a national scale.
We had 4 purchases over the course of 17 years. Each one of those companies was in financial distress when we bought them.
In 2022, federal stimulus money to local governments caused a sudden spike in orders for new fire trucks. That led to a major backlog in production just as the supply chain was rebounding. As that demand spiked, so did prices. word got out to cities, order early or pay more and wait longer.
It's about 24 to 36 months out, so we are sort of getting in line by approving this tonight and locking in the cost, which is the biggest deal.
All of that created a guaranteed backlog of orders for the publicly traded manufacturers. Watertown, New York is still waiting on a ladder truck the city ordered in May of 2021.
We made a decision to close that factory and move those trucks to our other facilities to build them, and in that process, there are a handful of trucks that got behind.
Well, a handful. I mean, what's your backlog right now? What's the approximate value of it? Do you know?
It's in the, I think, $2 billion something.
No, I think it's $4 billion in backlogs right now. The Rev Group, there you are in the black. $4 billion, and that's by design, isn't it, Mr. Vernig? I mean, this didn't just happen to you accidentally. I mean, this is a business decision, isn't it? You keep these backlogs like this. Isn't that right?
That is not correct, Senator.
Really? I mean, that's not what your CEO said.
Our $4.5 billion backlog is attractive among industrial manufacturers, is largely backed by municipal tax receipts, and offers significant value accretion opportunity, providing a pathway for growth and margin expansion over the next several years.
You've closed multiple production lines. You've closed them in Pennsylvania. You've closed them in Virginia. Your backlog is higher than ever. Your CEO's boasting about it. Your profits are incredible. Where's it going?
Senator, we reinvest in our businesses every single day. We've invested
reinvest in production?
Yes, we do.
Let me just ask you this. How much does your CEO make?
I believe that it's posted that he made about $6 million.
Yeah, $6 million. These guys can't get a truck. He's making $6 million. Have you spent any money on stock buybacks or dividends or payouts to your private equity ownership?
So we don't have any private equity ownership.
You did until just last year when they sold the company at a very considerable profit. My question is, have you been the last few years while you were owned by private equity, while you were stiffing these guys on the delivery of their trucks, did you spend any money? You're spending gobs of money on CEO compensation. Have you spent any money on stock buybacks or payouts to your private equity owners?
There's been allocation of resources in a lot of different areas.
And it is a classic example, in my view, of why we have antitrust laws.
Competitor Pierce Fire Trucks is owned by one of the other conglomerates, Oshkosh Corporation. The company told investors this year that its revenue growth is supported by the strong backlog.
As a reminder, we have notably higher pricing in our backlog for fire trucks to be delivered in 2024 and beyond, which will enhance our margins. Or, here's your CFO in 2024. We have double-digit price increases in our backlog. That will continue over the next 4 years. And when it comes to fire trucks, we're starting to get into about a 3-year backlog. That will continue to read through. We continue to expect to see the benefit of price. This is strategy.
There's dozens of options where our customers can purchase their fire apparatus from.
Oh, I don't think so. There are dozens? There's only 2 or 3 manufacturers who control 80% of the market. This is what's astounding to me. Your business models are identical. Your customers hate them.
Neither Pierce Oshkosh nor Rev Group agreed to an interview, but both companies pointed to their testimony at this congressional hearing.
We shipped more trucks last quarter than any other quarter in Pierce's history.
Our entire industry has been challenged by a dramatic cost inflation, an unprecedented federal stimulus-driven spike in demand, significant supply chain disruptions, and the contraction of skilled labor workforce.
4 cities are currently suing the top 3 manufacturers and their trade group, accusing them of price fixing. Those fire departments are trying to form a class action against the manufacturers. The defendants have all denied wrongdoing.
It's about lives and not money. The federal government needs to deal with this issue of the manufacturing of these trucks and how it's being handled. Because if they don't, it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. More people are going to die.
Back on Chicago's west side, snow now covers the charred remains of an apartment that was once burning so hot, a mother decided the only way to save her son was to throw him out a 3rd-floor window.
Thank you.
You want to say thank you to the firefighters?
Yeah,
They got there as fast as they could.
I appreciate it.
KJ's father and aunt struggled to explain how his life all came down to destiny.
Does KJ talk about his mom often?
Every day. Every day he asks questions. Every day he wants to know why she's not around anymore and how severe the fire was and stuff like that. So yeah, every day I have to fill him in.
If Destiny was here right now, what do you think she would say about all of this?
I don't know.
Until you are sitting in this seat, until you're sitting in his shoes and you feel that pain of losing family members, losing the love of your life, you won't understand. So when you're looking at this truck, you're only seeing dollar signs. When you're looking at equipments that they have to use, you're only seeing the profit that you can make. You're not thinking about the lives that these men go out and try to save. They're risking their own life.
Chicago just received several new fire trucks, including 4 new ladders that were ordered years ago. Nowhere near enough to replace all the old rigs here and across the nation, some of which are waiting on a single back-ordered part.